Okay, family, this is Hypes Media. My name is Isaac. As usual, today we have someone in the studio by name Araba Agyemang. Araba is an author. She has this amazing book that you all love to read and want to discuss it, go through it, and analyze it for you to know why it is important for you to have a copy of her new book. Araba, you are welcome.
Thank you, Sir Isaac.
How are you doing?
I'm fine. How are you too?
By God's grace.
We thank
It's been
God.
good to us.
Yes, he's been very good.
So, Araba, take us through your journey. How did life begin? Where were you born? Your educational background?
Okay. So my name is Abigail Araba Arthur. Then I got married and then I became Abigail Araba Agyemang.
Okay.
So I had my basic education in Ave Maria School, Dansoman, and then fast forward to St. Rose's Senior High School in Akwetia. Then I moved to University of Ghana, Legon. Yes. So that's where I had my first degree.
Okay.
Yes. So basically, that's
All
it's
about
about
you.
me. Yes.
How did you venture into authoring, book writing?
Okay. So when I got married, there were times, as a young bride, I was expecting to be able to conceive right after marriage. But as God will have it, my life took a different turn. I had to wait for a while. And during that season, the lessons, the processes, the struggles, and how God's grace held me through the journey was what I put together in the book. So, fast forward last year, in fact, I have a cousin in the States. We talk a lot. And she kept telling me, Araba, anytime we talk, I gather a lot of lessons from you.
What do you say? Yeah.
Every time we talk, there's some wisdom I pick up from you. So why don't you put your thoughts into writing?
Ooh.
So, in fact, I ignored her. But for years, it wasn't a day or two.
She
for
kept
years,
pushing.
she gets yes. Zilla was just Araba, put them down, because even me, if I want to put them down, I get a whole book. Because so she was always calling. She's not in Ghana. She's a doctor in the US, but she was always calling because she enjoyed my conversations. So then I started writing. In fact, not writing like a book, but I was just putting my thoughts down. Yes, sometimes I'll be in a car and I'll be just, writing stuff. So fast forward, earlier last year, I have a colleague at the office. He's Andy, Pastor Andy. He calls me and says, Araba, I see a gathering, and the gathering is like people are celebrating you, and everyone was there because of you. So in fact, it was a vision. So he gave me the details, the room, everything, but he was like, let's pray about it. That was earlier last year. So fast forward, on October 3rd, 2025, my spiritual father, Apostle Selassie, died. He traveled to Germany and he calls me and said, he shared a vision he had on this very book. And he said, knowing me, I'm very relaxed. And, he's like, Araba, there's so much conviction in his words, that Araba, and urgency. He was like, Araba, you have to be bold and do this. So yes, Apostle gave me just 3 weeks to get to work. But he didn't even know I had some thoughts put down somewhere towards, I didn't even know it was going to turn into a book. So I said, yes, Daddy. And then I got to work. Knowing him, he's a serious man, so you can't say yes and not deliver. So I got to work and then I delivered. So by the time he got back to Ghana, I had it. Wow. And I'm like, Daddy, that's what I have. And he was like, okay. So we went through the process, proofreading, blah, 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 blah. And we are here today by God's grace.
Wow.
Yes.
Narrating the whole story and sitting here today, would you say it was worth waiting on the Lord?
Oh, yes. It was worth it. You see, waiting is a very difficult task. We don't like to wait as humans. And It's not a journey anyone would like to go through. But as I sit here, I am convinced that anytime you are waiting on God, God is preparing you. It is not just waiting. So if you are waiting on God, the best thing to do is to ask God what He's teaching you through that period, the period of waiting. So, yes, it was worth it.
Wow.
Yes. Then I didn't think it was. But for now, anytime I have to wait on God for anything, I'll just wait because it's been worth it. It's been a journey that, I had to go through it. Yes, yes, yes.
In most cases, when women are going through these phases of their lives, their in-laws,
Yeah.
husbands sometimes complain.
Yes.
How was your experience?
Okay, by God's grace, I had lovely in-laws. There was not a single day they made me feel like I wasn't worth it. In fact, my husband was so protective. My in-laws were fine, but even his friends couldn't even, talk about our issue because he wouldn't allow it. He was my husband, so if he was not complaining, you can't complain. So yes, I'll give it to my husband on that. He was very protective, and my in-laws were lovely. So I didn't have any. In fact, my issues weren't from in-laws. It was from friends and people who weren't even part of you, strangers, or maybe they know you and this girl doesn't have a child for some time. Then yes, but for my in-laws, they were perfect, and they still are. They are lovely people. Yeah.
Wow. So how did it happen?
Yes. Well, I know that for now, I know that God doesn't want to share His glory. Because after all the processes, after everything I went through, the doctors, the herbal treatment, everything, I didn't get results. But when I said, okay, I'm tired, I won't do it again, I think it was after COVID. I was supposed to resume treatment after the COVID. And I told my husband, I'm tired, I won't do it again. Within that period that I was complaining, in fact, I had met a new doctor and I was loving him. He was, a God man. He involved God in every step he took with me. So yes. So when we started the treatment, it just happened. And yeah. And it just happened by God's grace.
At the time you gave up on yourself, how did your husband take it?
No, he wasn't taking no for an answer. I said, but you can't give up.
Oh.
We have to go through it. So yes, and my husband was always optimistic. He was always like, God will give us a child in His own time. And he never gave up. Not even, okay, he's human. There are days he may be down and everything, but he was my support. In fact, he had so much confidence that God would do it for us. And yes, God did it for us.
Wow. Waiting on God.
Yes.
A journey of faith,
Patience and perseverance. Yes. The perseverance aspect was my husband.
Wow.
He persevered. Anything that he was told. In fact, even the doctors were like, he should even be a medical doctor because he was reading about everything. He always wanted to hear what the doctors had to say. He was in every consultation room with me from day one till the end. Yes, so yes.
Then let's come back to the book writing aspect.
Okay.
When your brother, is it your brother in the States?
My cousin.
Your cousin.
Priscilla,
yes. Was persistent that you should do this, do this, do this. At that time, was your husband also involved?
No, he didn't even know I had put things down. No. It was just my cousin. I was doing it for my cousin because she's a reader. She loves reading.
Okay.
She's a very smart lady. And she feels like everything should be pen, paper. I don't know whether she going to the States who has influenced them. So, Araba, put your thoughts. So, usually she'll tell me that I can make, even if I don't want to do anything, Facebook posts.
Yeah.
And then I write something. Yes. So, she was always on my neck. Araba, are you gathering your thoughts? Oh, Priscilla, like, I love you. And she pushed me for years. It's not like a day or two, for years. Like we've been cool from infancy. We were all in Ave Maria together. And then she went to Wesley Girls. I went to St. Rose's. She went to Tech, and I went to Lagos. But we are sisters. In fact, we were friends before we realized we were even related. Yes. Our parents went for a funeral, and then we realized we were even cousins. Yes. So, yes.
I believe wherever she may be right now,
She's so proud of me. And she's so happy. In fact, from day one, I told her about the vision and starting the book. She's been with me throughout. And yes, in fact, I wrote the book she reads in Araba. You've not chipped this part. Because, in fact, she's like a confidant. So she knew the story. So when I wrote the book, she was like, I didn't want to put myself out there too much. So I was withholding certain things. I was like, no, Araba, to make the book come to life, you have to involve the experiences. So yes, I have a few experiences in the book, yes. And she played an amazing role in bringing that to life, yes.
Let's go through. You've mentioned some of the inspirations leading you to write the book.
Yeah.
Can you share with us some of the challenges you had to go through
during my waiting season? Yes. Okay, basically, the challenges were mostly financial, because anyone trusting God for the fruit of the womb can attest to the fact that the fertility treatments are not a child's play. Yeah. It's cost intensive to go through fertility treatment. Aside the financial, I think my other challenge was the people that were poking their nose into my business.
Yeah.
There's some people you don't even have any relationship with, but because they know your story, they think they can advise you. You've not solicited any advice from them. Yes. So these two things were things that, yes, were challenging during the period, but by God's grace, we went through it. Yeah.
Okay. And then putting the book together.
Okay. Putting the book together wasn't a problem for me, because I felt God was in the details.
Okay.
God orchestrated everything, so everything was just falling in place from day one through to finishing it, printing and everything. God provided everything. Yes. So putting the book together, yes, wasn't so challenging for me, because I had my thoughts gathered already. So I just had to, yeah. So that's it.
Waiting on God. So you see why it is always important to wait on God.
Yes.
And have faith in everything you do, because you don't know where the end will eventually be.
Yeah.
And today, Araba is here sharing her passionate story with all of us. And we are glad she's doing that with Hypes Media.
Yeah.
Araba, tell me, what should the people expect when they purchase this book?
Okay. So I am trusting God that anyone that purchases this book would have deliverance, would have hope, would have a tangible testimony after reading my book, because I have, asked God to open doors through that book, especially women trusting God for the fruit of the womb. So yes, I believe that God would grant that wish and will open major doors, give people tangible testimonies after reading my book. Yeah.
The book launch is happening on the 29th
yes, please.
This month.
Yes, please.
Please share the details with us.
Okay, it's happening at Adonai Elohim Bait at Sahara Down. The GPS address is Apostolic City at 3 p.m. Exactly 3 p.m. we are starting. So I can't wait to see everybody there. It's going to be a glorious ceremony, and God is in the details. Yes, that is all I can say for now. Just be there to witness it. You should be expectant, coming there for your miracle. Whatever you're trusting God for or waiting on God for, not just the fruit of the womb, but whatever you are waiting on God for, we are praying that God will meet us at our point of needs. Yes.
Do you have people you want to show appreciation to?
Yes.
I believe
yes.
a lot of people.
A lot of people. I can't mention all, But the few I can mention is my husband. My husband, God bless you wherever you are, Kwame. I'm grateful for everything. Apostle Selassie Adai, my spiritual father, you've been awesome. God bless you. Reverend Felix Demebu, he's one of the spiritual fathers I met along the journey. In fact, he's the first person I met during my struggles. And to date, he's been with me in everything I do. Prayers. No, I can't say it all. Reverend Yamisha, wherever you are, God bless you. And then his associate pastor, Pastor Paul Emmanuel Ente, God bless you too. And my family, my parents. I can't say it all, but yes, you've been awesome. I'll continue on the lines. The list is yes. I can't say everything now, but yes, God richly bless everybody. Yeah.
Amen. Per your experience and the challenges you've been through as a result of going through this journey, what message would you give to any woman who is going through a similar situation?
Okay, I know the waiting is difficult. It's not easy, but the first step to dealing with such a situation is finding yourself in a company that will not make you feel worse every time. So if you're in a company like maybe a church, a group, that you always, have to feel sorry for yourself, at least I think that I'll advise you to change
The environment,
the people around you. That helps. Yes, because when you go to a new place and they don't even know your story, it makes you comfortable. But when you're somewhere, everybody knows your story. Sometimes you're always crying. Sometimes people are giving you unsolicited advice, like just change your environment, and it's because you don't know when God will do it. God will definitely do it, and we have different destinies. Some might be 5 years, some might be 10 years, but if you are able to cope during the season, and one of the main ways you can cope is to fix yourself in environments that encourage you rather than bringing you down. Yes, so that's it.
Finally, before you leave, your social media handles, if someone wants to follow you.
Araba Agyemang on Facebook, Snapchat, IG, they're all Araba Agyemang. Yes, yes. So, yeah.
Araba, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you too, Sir
And
Isaac.
we'll see you on 29th of March at the book lunch.
Yes, please. It's been awesome having this conversation. Thank you so much.
Let's go. So, guys, this has been Chat with Say, conversation with Araba Agyemang, an author. She's launching a book, Waiting on God, a journey of faith, patience and perseverance. You have to be there, guys. It's happening at Dansoman, Apostolic City. So please put the date on your calendar and let's all meet to support our sister and our friend. I'll see you soon in another episode. God bless you. Bye-bye for now.